This is the biggest storm we've had in our area for 2 decades or more. What a time to choose to give birth. This ceiling needs plastering. So the first mum has started kidding. There was about 5 trees across the road on my way home. Here I am. Hi guys. So it's Thursday and I'm on my way home from work. Sorry that I haven't been here for a little while. I've just been ridiculously busy. What with everything that's going on with the house move and what have you, I've really struggled to be in the right space to be making videos. That's the honest truth. Anyway, here we are. And this video hopefully will make up for it because we've got a lot going on. So I've got some news to catch you up on, some things that have happened. We've also got, tonight, we're expecting Storm Eunis. Now, Storm Dudley hit the north of the country in Scotland yesterday, and it's being followed up by an even stronger storm, Storm Eunis, which we are going to be right in the middle of. The Met Office have issued their very, very rare, I don't remember them ever issuing one before, certainly not for my area, their highest category of warning, their red warning, and we're expecting gusts up to 90 miles an hour, and we're expecting some severe damage. So tonight my wife and I are going to be battening down the hatches and just getting as much as we can put away, tied down, etc. The storm is expected to be so bad tomorrow they've closed the schools, so my wife and the kids are at home tomorrow, which is at least one good thing. And if you're thinking, well, that doesn't sound like a big storm, that's not very windy, what you need to remember is this is the biggest storm we've had in our area for 2 decades or more. So it's about the frequency that we get these events. Our trees, they're not used to it, and they're not going to be, or many of our trees aren't going to be able to withstand them. So we're expecting power cuts, we're expecting flying debris, and also our buildings aren't built to withstand them. So we're expecting some damage to some buildings, including the building that we're going to be moving into. So that's what I'm going home to do. On my way home, I've received a phone call from my wife to tell me one of the goats has decided that now would be the perfect time to deliver her kids. So she's just gone into labour, and what a perfect time for her to be having kids. So we're going to be having to look after those through tomorrow as well. So that's where we are. I'll speak to you after I've got home. So here we are. We haven't had all that much rain, but some of the ground's quite wet. So it's not too bad out here in the paddocks where we've struggled with it in the past, but it is going to hammer it down overnight tonight and through tomorrow. So this is going to be sodden. So Jackie's moved the goats and rhubarb from the top paddock down into the bottom paddock where we've got some fresh grass. So they'll be grateful for that for a few days. And like I say, what a time to choose to give birth. These guys, bless them, they've no idea what they're in for tomorrow with the weather. So we'll come out in a couple of hours and just see what's going on. But you can see she started to go into labour over there, and I'm sure you're not going to be too far behind, are you? Last year I think they were within a couple of days, weren't they, love? Okay, Jackie thinks 5 or 6 days. I think a bit closer, but either way, they won't be far apart. And you might have noticed, no Sydney. Sydney has gone off to a new home. So that's our first bit of news, big news. Sydney's gone off to a lovely farm where they are looking to have a herd of goats, a small herd of goats, to just clear ground and eat brambles. So he is going to be loving life, and there's a chance our other girls are going to go and join him in a week or two, or well, after they've had their kids and everything else. The same chap is interested in taking them all, so that's probably where they're going to end up, and that just takes a bit of pressure off us. It means we don't need to worry about having our field in place when we move house. It means we can stage what we want to do and and do it one step at a time, which I think my wife and I are both quite keen on, aren't we, love? Jackie says the most important thing is that they've got a nice home to go to. So that's definitely the case. Right, so my wife and I are going to, well, my wife's obviously done most of it already before I got home, but we're going to just make sure that everything that we can nail down is nailed down, and then we'll come back out in a couple of hours. I've just put all the loose bins and things in the sheds until the sheds were full up, and then polytunnels. I have to admit, I'm scared for my polytunnels. I'm not sure how they're going to put up with it, but we'll have to just wait and see. I really don't know what to expect because, like I say, this is going to be something that we haven't experienced. We'll just have to wait and see. It's been a lovely day today. It's really calm at the moment. This is quite literally the calm before the storm. So the first mum has started kidding. The first kid has come out stillborn, but there's more coming. So we're going to go and do what we can, look after them and help mum along.
Look, big one. Look.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, mummy. Yeah. That might be it. Oh, he's a beauty. Let's take that bit other one away in a second. Look. Oh, he's a mama. Look his face. Look his face. Let's get the little dickie out your face. Yeah. Oh my God, you're massive. Yeah, look at you. Yeah.
Well done, mummy.
Look at his leg stuck right back.
Yeah, do you hear that little bleat?
Yeah.
He's cute. I think he's cute.
He's big.
He's big.
Big baby. Yeah, you did good. Oh my God, there's another one.
I knew it. I had a feeling there was going to be.
Squeaking.
Go on then. Do you want me in there, love?
Ah,
Do you want me in there?
no, he's all right. Come on. Come to mum.
Oh.
Oh, here's a bubba. Here's another bubba. Look. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Look at you.
Well done, mummy.
No wonder you're so massive, lovely. Taking it in turns. I'll just get that gun cab, can I? Yeah, it's alright, we'll get it. We'll get it. Shake it out, that's it.
Well done, love. You're the best vet.
That's it, mummy, you do it. And you've got some as well.
Have they got plenty of hay? Do you want some more?
I'll probably do it all a bit of a clean up in a minute. Let's just... It's nice that it's not windy now where they're wet, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Good mum, isn't she?
She's brilliant, yeah.
They're both good mums.
That is three big babies.
Yeah, it is. Beautiful colours.
Aren't they? I think this is going to be a really gingery colour.
Yeah. Okay, so I've just come in. I've left Jackie out there. She's amazing with the baby goats. She's amazing with all the animals, but she just wants to be out there with them, and they're drinking already from mum. The two that made it couldn't be doing any better, and it just goes again to accentuate how prolific Sid is. That from now, four sets of kids that he's given us. 2 were twins and 2 were triplets. Just incredible succession rate. So, yeah, that's it. I mean, what a day to choose to do it. We're not going to keep the babies, obviously. We're going to be selling them or doing something with them. But my wife's given them some names, at least in the intermediate period. And that is one's called Storm and one's called Eunis, after the storm that's coming in the morning. So what an exciting evening. What an exciting evening. And yeah, I'm going to bed now. Well, I'm going to go and get a bath and then go to bed. And I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Okay, so I'm at work where I'm in the process of fitting this kitchen, and I've just got in. It's Friday, and I have to say, the storm so far doesn't look as bad as I was expecting, which is great news. I've brought the chainsaw with me in the car just in case there were any trees or whatever blocking the road, but here I am. So I'm going to be fitting this kitchen and doing a few other things today. I will speak to you a little bit throughout the day because I wanted to just get you caught up on some other stuff. When you're joining worktops together, you've got to rebate this little bit here that a bolt goes in and then pulls the two worktops together and holds it in place. That's what I'm doing. So Jackie, of course, got up nice and early and checked on the goats this morning, little baby goats. And they looked really happy this morning. They've done well overnight. Something that's amazing to me, last night, I shared with you some of the footage from last night while they were being born. And they looked, I thought, like a dark brown chocolate colour and then almost black. But the following morning, when Mum's cleaned them all up and they're all dry and what have you, they're much lighter. They're like almost white and a regular brown. So I'm really looking forward to getting home and seeing them. Actually, it's part of one of the best things about keeping goats is you get to play with the babies, and it doesn't matter how frequently you've done it and how inoculated against sentiment you think you might be. There's something undeniably cute about baby goats. So I'm just packing up now. I'm quite happy with where I am for the day. So I'm going to be heading home. But before I go, I've got to clear everything in this room because I'm working tomorrow, Saturday, because this ceiling needs plastering and it's a bit big. It's a bit bigger than I want to take on my own. There's actually two ceilings that we're going to try and do tomorrow. And I've got someone coming to help me, another plasterer, because it would be a real battle on my own. So it's this ceiling all over here. Not sure what the best angle is to show you it all, but it's like you can see, it's a fairly big size, even though it's got those two roof lights in. And also there's this ceiling, the second one, which again is quite large. Like I say, I'm getting some help in, but it meant it had to be on a Saturday. So I've got to clear all the floor now, clear all the floor space, pack all my tools up, and then be headed home. While I'm working, one of the other things that I wanted to talk about with you guys actually is just why I haven't been as prolific making content for the last couple of months, I suppose. It's just a combination of things. The weather, the time of year, makes it far more tricky. Obviously when I'm working as well, there's not much daylight left when I get home. And we're not doing many exciting things. We're not doing a lot of the things we'd normally be doing because we're moving. So there's, a lot of what we're doing is just packing stuff away. And we're not sewing very much. We will be sewing a little bit soon into some containers that we'll take with us, but not as much, not nearly as much as usual. And of course, when I'm not doing very much, there's a lot less to share with you guys, to show you, to film, etc, etc. So that's the first part. And the second part is, I won't lie, I've relied very much over the last few years on doing the things I do in the garden for my own mental health, and it's been an incredible boon for me. It's been like an amazing discovery, and I feel a little bit like I've had that taken away temporarily. And I am someone who does suffer from depression. I have in the past, and I've been flirting with that over the last little while, over the last few weeks, and it's made it a little bit more difficult to do some of the stuff that I don't have to do, like filming videos. Now, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm really good, don't worry, and I'll preemptively thank you all for your concern. I'm not actually, I'm not suffering a depression at the moment, but I am seeing some of the precursors of it, if you like, and it does take a little bit of the wind out of my sails. And I've, one of the biggest catalysts for me and one of the biggest warning signs is around interactions through work, and I had something happen that would have been the sort of thing that would set me off, and it, you know, it knocked me a little bit, but I'm through that now and I'm okay. So you know, this isn't me saying, oh, woe is me, I'm depressed. You know, I certainly don't need any sympathy or anything, but given that it is the end of winter, it's January and February, given that so much is up in the air about our future, and given that I'm, you know, doing these hours, and given that I can't grow my garden and I'm seeing things degrade around me, I'm seeing the winter garden just disappear and turn to weeds, and all the things, a lot of the things that we've worked for at home and built and worked really hard to build are just falling apart before our eyes, as is nature's way. And normally we would be in there massaging what was happening and nudging nature in our direction, and there's just no reason to do that. There's just no reason to do that, and that, I think, has, you know, it's just made it difficult, but there's nothing we can do about that. What I have done is, and I've mentioned this already, I think, is I went on that sourdough course that I shared with you, and I've started experimenting with lots of new sourdough recipes to make things like cakes and stuff like that, and that will all be coming your way in the very near future. So it's just a matter of when I have time and the rest of my family aren't, you know, busy in the kitchen to create those videos for you, but I'm really excited about those. They're going to be coming as soon as I can. So I think I think, you know, another thing with the move as well is like silly little things, like where we are trying to run down some of our food storage. We've got 4 freezers full of food that we're trying to run down. So I'm doing less experimenting with food. I'm doing less, you know, making hams and bacons and things, because we've got so many in the freezer already. The last thing we need is me to be making more food for us to store. So there's just so many things that I'm just not able to do at the moment. And a lot of the meals that we're eating, I'm not even cooking, because they are frozen ready meals that I've already cooked and we need to get eaten out the freezer. So it's just like so many of the things that drive me have all gone for now. It's all temporary and it'll all be fine. But and I think my wife and I, we're replacing some of those things with, when we move, with work on the new house, which is going to be great. I think that's going to kind of take over. So we are absolutely going to be planting a garden. One of the first things we'll do is get a garden planted, but also I'll have that additional focus of the work on the house. So it's going to be a case of, like, at the moment I feel like I'm kind of stuck in limbo, but any minute now it's going to be go, go, go. Right, I'm going to get packed up and I'll catch up with you guys either on my way home or when I get there. So that's it, I'm home. My wife tells me that we've pretty much come through unscathed, no storm damage, but there are a lot of trees down just across the way from us there. There's a tree there that's got like 4 main boughs, all of them snapped off. And there was about 5 trees across the road on my way home that I had to wiggle round. But other than that, we're doing all right. All right, boys? So I've just had an alarm go off on my phone to tell me, hello, doggies, to tell me that I'm actually recording a podcast with someone in about 20 minutes. So, hey, hello. Yeah, say hello. Yeah. Say hello. So I'm probably going to wrap this video up and call it to be continued. I'll try and do some more filming over the weekend. I'll definitely bring you loads of footage of the baby goats when I can. But yeah, that's going to do for today, I think. And yesterday. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully we'll be a bit more regular in the future. We'll see. And yeah, make sure you do all those good things before you disappear. Press that like button, leave me a comment down below. And if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. Speak to you later. Cheers.